All right, Adam, I want to move on to the news in Major League Baseball. We saw it happen with Jonte Porter and the NBA. He was betting on unders for himself, prop bets. Got caught, lifetime ban. Tucupita Marcano of the San Diego Padres was given a lifetime ban for betting on baseball. He placed, and these are the details of the report, placed hundreds of bets on baseball, including wagers on games involving the Pittsburgh Pirates when he was with the team last season. The bets were made when he tore his ACL and was away from the team. But regardless, Marcano made hundreds of bets on the team that he was on. He appears to be the first active player banned under sports gambling provisions since New York Giants outfielder Jimmy O'Connell in 1924. This is also the first person to get a lifetime ban in Major League Baseball since Pete Rose, as he admitted to betting on games while Cincinnati Reds manager. What was your reaction when you saw this come out about Marcano? My instant reaction is, what an idiot. But for you on your side, what were you thinking when you see these reports come out? And we see gambling more intertwined in sports than just the ads we see on TV.
Yeah, I mean, I think this takes that to an extreme, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because we have been talking about sports betting and sponsorships of these sports books and teams and their relationships and how sort of interesting it is to see how this is playing out in all of the major sports. But with that said, to this level, I mean, this is just egregious, right? This is just like, this is brazen, what this individual is accused of doing. And so an appropriate punishment for an egregious crime, really. And some of the other, examples over the years. And you mentioned, did you look at the details of the Jimmy O'Connell?
No, I never have.
By the way, all right, I did. So I wasn't as familiar. So everybody, I think, knows about the 1919 Chicago White Sox, the Black Sox,
yes.
Right? The movie 8 Men Out, right? These guys throwing the series, and those that story is well known. I didn't know this one as well. So Jimmy O'Connell played for the New York Giants. All right, and in 1924, he offered a bribe to the Phillies shortstop of $500 in the last series of the season, which is equivalent to like $9,000 today or something, to basically boot balls and throw the game. And that was like, I mean, can you imagine, right? Like a guy today going to like an opposing clubhouse and say, "Hey man, like, could you like not play well today so we can win?" I mean, that's unbelievable.
Yeah.
So so you referenced that, so I figured I'd do a little homework on that. But yeah, you're right. There were some other suspensions as well. As that was attached to the story with former Red Sox pitcher Jay Groom, who was traded to the Padres as part of the Eric Hosmer deal.
Yeah, Michael Kelly of Oakland, Jay Groom now with the Padres, right. Jose Rodriguez with the Phillies, Andrew Saalfrank with Arizona, all suspended 1 year. None of them bet on games they played in.
Right.
And they bet on games, Major League Baseball, but they didn't bet on games they played in. 1 year ban. You see that Jay Groom bet $453, lost $433. Michael Kelly wagered $99, won $28 in winnings. I just got to spotlight, like, you lost a year of play at the Major League, AAA level, minor league level, whatever, for $99 of wagers. Like, again, just like the stupidity that it takes to do that. That's what goes through my mind when I see all this.
Well, this is like, you kind of wonder, again, without knowing each individual situation and who they have around them, but like you'd figure you'd have some sort of, I don't know, like, hey, you know what, should I really be doing this? Like, right? Is this like, something and again, like Major League Baseball's betting policy, they are, like, if it's within your jurisdiction, you are allowed to play sports bets, just not on the diamond, right? Like
literally, yeah, like even college softball, yeah,
right. So like, it's not like you're like completely restricted. Like you can participate, but just don't do baseball. Like, how can you look at it and say, I should be good. I play for the Red Sox organization, but I don't play for the Red Sox. This is legit. Like, how does that logic work?
It's just idiots. That's what it boils down to. Because even think of Ipe Buzahara and what happened with him and Shohei Ohtani and all that. He never bet on a diamond sport, but again, he was an illegal bookmaker. Just use the sports books you have in hand, or don't bet on a diamond sport, right? Like, I see this stuff with Marcano, and I'm thinking this guy's laying up, torn ACL, and what he's doing, I'm guessing, He wagered hundreds of bets, but he's like, I know this team. I'm watching on TV. I know them better. Whatever the bets are, I don't even know the details. But again, there should be that part where you go, this is the one thing I can't do in order to keep my job. And for someone like that to work their way up through the minor leagues, get to the major league level, finally be at that, it is so difficult to break through and become a Major League Baseball player. So difficult. And to place a few bets on your phone and just not use your brain, you literally piss it all away. If you're Marcano, just a special level of stupid. And the rest of those guys, it's the same thing. Because like you said, Adam, Major League Baseball is like, just don't bet on Diamond Sports. Don't use an illegal bookmaker. We don't care. Football, basketball, baseball, not baseball, hockey, bet what you want. We don't care. And these guys are so dumb that they still want to push it and they think they can get away with it, with especially how sensitive they are to the Mizuhara news and the integrity of the game. Like, stuff is going to be heightened. Like, they have their ways to figure out this stuff. Betting with your name, using DraftKings, whatever it may be. If you're betting on baseball or softball, like Major League Baseball will find out. And now these guys have all been made an example of.
Yeah, and I would imagine there's such a heightened sensitivity to it as well because of the relationship that Major League Baseball and some of these other professional sports teams have with these sports books now, right? And sports betting is a thing in Major League Baseball and professional sports. And so when it comes to its players and, wanting to keep things, completely legit and optically legit, to have a player, active player, albeit injured, do this kind of thing is like, all right, we cannot F around right now. We have to send a clear message that this will not be tolerated in any way, shape, or form. And I think they were able to do that.
I love that their biggest issue, they thought they got rid of it with Angel Hernandez retiring. And then this pops up and they're like, just throw their hands up in the air. Like, I thought we were done. Like, can we just play baseball? Man. We got the biggest headache out of the way, and the next thing you know, they have one major leaguer and 4 minor league guys betting on Diamond Sports. Again, the dumbest thing possible.
Unbelievable. It is. You're right. Like, it's just surprising. It really was just surprising. It's like, really? Like, really? You did? What are you thinking, man? Like, come on.
Even think about like the NFL's policy. You can't bet at all, like on team premise, right? So if you're in the locker room, but these guys lounging around, like, and that's the part where I get it. Like, I'm gonna bet on the NBA right now because I'm chilling, getting treatment. And I understand, man, hey, timing's part of it. You find a really good line at a really good number and you like it, you place a bet then because it can move. Yeah. And next thing you know, that half a point or a point can decide if you win or lose your bet. For baseball, it's like, just don't bet on anything that has to do with our game. And these guys can't even follow that. Boggles my mind.
Nope. And you brought up a good point, too. It's just like all the hard work, all the sacrifices, everything that you did in your life to this point, to get to this point. You finally did it. You finally achieved the dream. And you're throwing it all away to place bets on the game you love, and now it's gone. It's just, it's legitimately gone. That sucks in so many different ways.